Hey there, we're going to do a quick editing tutorial here. I don't know if I call it tutorial, but we had our biggest snowstorm of the year a few days ago. So I headed downtown and tried to do some stuff, and it was kind of difficult here. So we're going to go through some keepers and I'll run through them and talk about them, maybe why I took the shot, if they're going to work or not. So this first one here, I saw this sign. I really like this idea, like it's buried in the snow. And there's like a lot of distractions going on here. And I don't really know, if I should be doing something like this or if there's too much vertical stuff going on. Again, maybe 8 by 10. To me, this orange is distracting. I have green and then this. And I just compositionally and just like with all the stuff going on, I don't know if I like that. I wish there was like a skateboard or a bike in the snow kind of idea. It's also a little crooked, so my real estate photography side comes out, but maybe in black and white. I don't know if I'm feeling that one. But anyway, here's a mailman all bundled up, and I was kind of far away, and I zoomed in as close as I could get, and it's shot at ISO 200, so it's gonna hold together. I can get, I kind of want it to be mostly about the snow he's standing in. He's actually looking at me. He must have seen me there, and he's gonna fix his sunglasses. So it's kind of interesting in that perspective that he's looking at me, but I don't. Again, the two-way traffic sign, it's kind of distracting. I'm actually thinking maybe I want to give some texture to that snow. I kind of like that. I want it blowing out. So a little bit of texture there. And then maybe actually black and white. I don't want all the stuff in the background to be distracting. There's blue and there's a pop of green and there's some red. And I love color, but it's got its place. So I'm thinking something like that, actually. Maybe bump up the clarity, a little bit of dehaze. It's looking a little bit like it needs more white, but then you lose the snow. It kind of stinks, right? But something like that, that's actually not too bad. This was just kind of shoot from the hip kind of thing, like this guy was shoveling in. This is the whole frame. Like, I don't even think I would change anything. It's okay. I wish there was like snow he was walking through. I actually like this pop of orange in the glove. And honestly, I don't know. Besides changing the ratio, I don't know if I would. Like, I really like that pop of that orange right there. So I'm thinking it doesn't take a whole lot of editing. It's okay. I don't like, like his pants are halfway falling down again. Just, I don't know. This is kind of neat. This was really, like, the snow is really piled up high. One of the things I love about winter after it snows is looking for snow that's really piled up. The issue is, like, this is kind of distracting. I saw this and I thought I wanted to include it, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm definitely thinking maybe even a square. Like, to me, getting in right here, getting this in the reflection, maybe not a square, maybe an 8 by 10, like that. And then maybe, yeah, horizontal. I don't know if it's going to hold together or not. It looks like it might be a little out of focus, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It's okay. Skip it. Aha. There's some stairs that kind of go down to where that, where this is. You can get to that through some stairs that go down. And I turned around, and I kind of like these boots. And so I was photographing this girl walking by, and, it's one of these things where how much of the person, I always struggle with this, how much of the person do I want in there? And how much is it just about the boots? Like, does this add anything with the headphones? Otherwise, if you know anything about me, I will just go really tight on something and put it up in this corner, but look how much, oops, Didn't mean to do that. I am not using a lot of the image. Like, I'm really cropping tight here. I didn't have a lot of time to shoot this because she was walking by, I turned around. So I don't know if it's going to hold together. I actually kind of like this. And I think, just quickly, I think color, because I want you to see these boots, and I need that blue right there to sort of pop. So again, this is a kind of a quick edit. I'm going to bring the temperature down a little bit, actually, and making it about these boots. I honestly wish they were a different color. It's the only thing. This could be a great shot. If these were red, blue, yellow, anything, but the white, they get kind of lost. But I do like it. I do like it. But black and white, I'm going to lose them even more. It just, it's too bad. This was neat because, you know, street photographers were used to looking straight ahead and up. And we rarely look like down, like just straight down. And I saw this and I really kind of like this manhole cover. Just covered by snow. This is one of these where it needs a lot of brightness. It underexposed, obviously, because the meter read a lot of snow. But that's black and white. You know, that's kind of neat. Don't be afraid to look for how snow has had an impact on just regular things, normal things. The idea was to get repetitive. There were some obstacles in my way on the side here. Like, I love repetition. And I would have loved to have, like, there's the repetition of the tires, and then there's the repetition of the bike seats. They're all covered. You know, so I'm kind of looking at something like this. Again, snow piled up on stuff. Maybe the tires aren't the story. Maybe it's, I'm going to go to my elusive square here that I rarely use. I don't know. I would have to play with that some more, maybe. It's again, it's okay. This I tried. I'm shooting through a couple of windows. This is a corner coffee shop. And so I'm really just quickly doing some dehaze. And that's why the snow looks kind of weird. Like, it's almost greenish. Like, there must be a tint on this. But I like the fact that there's this guy coming out of the coffee shop. This guy crossing the street is actually way off to the right here. This is like a reflection of a reflection. But it's just not, it's not storytelling enough. Like, it needs people over here. I just, again, is it here? No, my cropping there. That's actually kind of interesting. Colors, I think, too distracting. But I like, and I don't look for it a lot, but I need to look for more like reflections of people within people, like overlapping people, layering the people. But yeah, same area. I'm a big fan of this like desolate kind of stuff. You know, if we do like an 8x10, I wish I could make it so it was just snow. Like, I don't want to see the road. And I might be able to get away with that here, but I might have to change. Quick edit here. It's okay. I'd love to see a person like sitting there drinking hot chocolate. It was a nice little scene though, but nah. Man, I tried and tried with this. This is the best thing I could come up with. This guy like shoveling. I'm trying to shoot through two windows again, and you're trying to overlap stuff, and it's just not working. There's no parking. There's nobody walking through there. It just, even in black and white, just doesn't work. It's too busy. There's all this stuff up here. It was tough, but there was a person doing something. There wasn't a lot of people out. This was like the day right after the snowstorm. Like, the snowstorm stopped kind of in the early morning, so they were shoveling out. This one is more storytelling. This would have been like maybe something I would use in a YouTube video as like some context, but I don't think I would honestly use. But they had these all up and down our main street. There was not going to be any parking because they need to plow and shovel out, but that was okay. Last thing I took before I headed to the to the truck, was this. I've always seen this polar bear, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, and so all the snow was piled up, and I took a few shots of it, and I noticed this guy coming. It was kind of interesting the way he was. I didn't have a lot of time, but I gotta make it about the snow. And my question is, I don't know if it's in focus or not. I think it is. And I need to make it a little brighter, and I'm not sure. Part of me actually, it was shot a little crooked. Part of me wants to keep it that way. I'm not a huge fan of the crooked look, but that's kind of interesting because he's got that like some bill in his hand or something, and he's got the yellow gloves, and there's the polar bear. The question is it black and white, or is the color kind of distracting? I kind of like the color pop, but I like the polar bear. And you know, in the snow, it almost looks like he's walking in the snow, even though he's inside. This is a children's museum, by the way, just to give you some context. And so there's a polar bear in there, and then you've got, you know, the snow here. You see his reflection of his leg. It's actually kind of interesting. I think it might be one of the better things I shot. But this was hard. Winter is hard if it's not actively snowing. If you've seen my other video about winter photography tips, if this would have been actively snowing, like you would have had the polar bear in the snow, I think a lot of these could have worked better, much better, had it been actively snowing, some of this stuff. And that's what I kind of look for. But that was the day, you know, just under 24 hours after the snowstorm had finished. And that's actually one of my favorite shots, I think, from the day. So that's what I came up with. Let me know your thoughts. I'd share with you what I did and do a quick edit here. If you're in a place where there's winter, please get out and shoot if you have some snow. Otherwise, we will talk to you soon with another video. Thanks. Bye-bye.